I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Welcome, my friends, to the hideout for the Punisher. What kind of hideout has their own door sign? I don't know. The Punisher's hideout. But as you can see, they are gathered because they are here to vet another potential entry into their humble abode. Let's move these Franks to the side. This is the Frank that we send out whenever we need to go to get a bank loan or something like that. Because what we have here, my friends, I hope this thing fits in the camera, is barely is the Marvel Select Punisher for your perusal. Here we can see in traditional a moment of silence for Marvel Select. Here we have the traditional Marvel Select box, as they have had for since I've been aware of their existence. Number 20, I do not know what that means. I'm not quite sure who that dude is. I mean, I'm used to product shots, but random actors as cover art, I don't know about all of that. This is sculpted by Steve Kiwus. And something else you can get, I think I do have this one unopened in a yellowing box. And that looks like that's something interesting to get. Proof of purchase, which I'm sure will be very valuable at some point. I seem to be short my blade, which is going to be trouble because this is a Marvel Select and it has nothing but twist ties. And so we're going to need something to cut this sucker open. Otherwise, you know, it's not getting open. Let's see what I got nearby. Okay, I can't cut this bitch open, but I can use this. We shall return after we get this guy out of his box. Oops! I almost forgot. I wanted to share something with you before I open this guy. So, we got this guy from eBay for, I guess, about $25 or so. But what is interesting is how the seller packaged him. So, this is the box he came in. Nothing other than the proliferation of eBay tape. You know, nothing special about it. But usually, you know, we're used to bubble wrap or peanuts or some kind of paper. Have you ever gotten a package that came wrapped in a towel? Or a blanket. I think this is actually a blanket. He wrapped the Punisher package in a blanket. Now, of course, the first thing I thought of when I saw the blanket was what the people did to the poor Native Americans by putting measles and chickenpox in blankets. But I'm sure this is safe. But yes, we got the Punisher in a blanket. I suppose I should immediately throw this away. I just had to share that with you. And here goes Frank out of his package, looking very interesting, along with his accessories, which includes a standing base and, of course, a pinball machine, which happens to have an individual on it. Well, I'm sure Frank can tell the vetting squad that, hey, I bought the pinball machine, so that has to be worth something. But let's say we take a closer look at Frank Castle, better known as the Punisher. So before we take a look at Frank himself, I spy with my little eye a guy stuck to a pinball table. So let's see, just appreciate this unfortunate gentleman who apparently has a grenade in his mouth, the pin for the grenade on his chest. I don't know what's going on with his belly. As we can see, he is handcuffed and tied to said pinball machine. It is a Spider-Man machine. Looks like he got a nice pair of boots on, and he got his vest going on. He got his tattoos, which probably says mom, because this guy loves mom and cards. But of course, Frank doesn't care, as we appreciate the detail that they put into the thug. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. That's pretty cool. And of course, Frank also comes with a little bass, which is not uncommon for, as we all know, for most of these Marvel Select figures. Bullets, looks like it's bullet-ridden. I think that says Mattern's Tavern. I don't know, man. Whatever. That's what it says. But we are here to take a look at Frank Castle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm seeing a little bit of actor Clive Owen in this guy. Just a little bit. As we scan up Frank in his costume, his outfit, looking pretty good. His coat is a soft plastic. It's not that hard, at least down here. And that's all the way around. It's not coming off, but it's not too bad. Well, you can probably tell already, if you consider it an issue, what's going on with Frank, which is why this little essay of ours isn't going to take too long. But he looks pretty good. But now we have to talk about Frank's articulation, of which he has almost none. So Frank's head does turn. And I should mention, this is an old figure. I don't know, 2013, 2011. I could look it up. But yeah, Frank's head, you know, it turns left and right. Doesn't move down, up or down too much. His arms go up and down. And his other arms go up and down. That's pretty much it. No armband there. It looks like his waist swivels. I did not know that. He does have a waist swivel. And apparently under there, that's coat, when his waist does swivel, is some kind of something which seems to be holding the belt into place. Yeah, it doesn't want to swivel. His legs don't move at all. The feet don't move, rock, they don't do anything. So pretty much, Frank can does his wrist, at least his wrists turn, so he can give you one of those numbers if you need him to. I don't know how he's going to sell himself to these other Punishers because of his severe lack of movement, which makes his tactical readiness somewhat suspect. But he does come with his own pinball machine, and he did bring 2 guns. You know, if you care to look at the guns, you know, they look pretty good. It's just, you know, plastic, you know, but you know, they don't look terrible. They don't look terrible. They're pretty nice. And here goes Frank Castle, Marvel Select style, the Punisher. This is barely an action figure. In fact, we're not even going to call it an action figure. We're just going to call him a display piece, because that is pretty much the only thing that we can do with it. As far as the display goes, I mean, there's nothing particularly outstanding about the way that he looks. His head might be a little bit too big for his body, but the coat looks good. The Punisher symbol looks good. The face looks well weathered and it's like he's been through some things. His guns look good. And you know, he's just not an action figure. But nonetheless, that being said, we will find a place for him in our Hall of Punishers. He is way taller than everybody else, so in a crew in which everybody is the muscle, he may be able to be the ultimate muscle for the muscle, because he is just, he's a little bigger than everybody. But you know, he's not a bad figure. You know, he'll fit in some kind of way. He'll fit in.